Alrighty, so hello and welcome to a new video on this beautiful channel. It's a very nice day outside. As you can see, it's raining non-stop, so I would say it's a pretty good time to scrap down some more stuff. Yeah, so what I got for today is these kinds of computer boards. I think probably most of you that do scrapping in any way have probably seen one or two of those in their scrapping journey, scrapping life, whatever. And I always wondered, is it worth it to like take them apart, take all the copper out, and then still just scrap the rest as a low-grade board? So we are gonna find that out today because I was always wondering that and never really found a reason to do it. So I guess making a video about it is a pretty good reason. So we are gonna do that today. As you can see, these boards have these like heat radiating thingies on them. They also have little transformers, toroidal transformers, and also normal transformers. They also have these thingies, how they called again. I'm gonna put it in that corner, I forgot. But yeah, so we are not gonna scrap these out because I don't really want to mess with that. But we are gonna definitely take out all the copper stuff and all the aluminum, and we'll see how much value we can actually get out of these. So yeah, I think that's actually gonna be pretty interesting. We're obviously gonna weigh everything up in the end. I brought my little scale back over here again, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty nice, I think. It's at least gonna be interesting. It's probably not gonna be very profitable, but yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. And just after this video, I'm also gonna do a video where I scrap down one of these. One of these like lamp ballast thingies and another power supply from a PC. This one came out of one of them as well. So yeah, you can count on that video somewhere next week. Probably, hopefully. So yeah, I would say I'll just put you into time lapse after I explain what I'm actually gonna do. Give me a second, and then we'll just see how much weight we get out of both the copper and the aluminum. So what the plan is I want to remove these little like transformers first, these toroidal ones and also these normal ones, and we are gonna crack these open after that. These are just ferrite transformers. They are not steel, so you can just beat them with a hammer and they're gonna come apart. And then we've got these aluminum heat radiator thingies, and we just have to unscrew them down there. There are some screws that are holding them on, and then we should be able to just take them off. So yeah, that's the plan, and I would say we'll get on with it, and you are gonna go into time lapse now. Okay, so I would say that worked pretty well. You can see we still have a low-grade board that still has plenty of recovery of like base metals for whatever person ends up buying my board. I have to still call around and figure out what, yeah, that might be. But you know, there's like plenty of stuff. There's a lot of tin under this here where it's been soldered, and also these like capacitors. Yeah, now I remembered that word, whatever. They've got good base metal recovery as well. Also some of these, I think they are transformers that are enclosed in something. So there's plenty of stuff on there, you know? It's not a bad board at all. It is definitely just a low-grade board, but we got some stuff off of that. I don't think it's going to be worth doing that, but I'm still just gonna proceed to take all this stuff apart, get all the base metals out of that. So we got copper and obviously aluminum, and yeah, then we'll just weigh that up and see how much we actually made. It's probably not gonna be a whole lot, but it's at least gonna be something, and it's always something that was interesting to me. So why not do it and figure out how much these boards are actually worth when you take them apart? So yeah, I would say let's just continue with that. All right, so we are done processing all that little transformer stuff and also the little pieces of aluminum. And you might have seen me hit them with a hammer, which is usually counterintuitive because, as I said before, they usually are steel transformers, obviously. They usually have a steel core. These electrical ones that are used on these small, like, power boards and stuff like that, they usually don't have a steel core. They have what's called a ferrite core, which is basically just this stuff. That is iron powder, I think, that is processed somehow. I don't even know if it's magnetic. Let's check that. That is magnetic, very magnetic indeed. But yeah, I've also had some that were not magnetic. And yeah, this stuff is basically, you can just throw it into steel, into iron, whatever. It's just iron powder that is somehow glued together or something like that. And you can very easily crack this. Just hit it with a hammer, it's gonna crumble, and then you can just, as you saw me do, pull off the little stuff, the little copper wire and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that into steel. And we are gonna start weighing up our stuff here. So first of all, we've got the aluminum. So let me quickly clean up a bit, and then we'll get my little scale over here, and we'll weigh everything. So just a second. Okay, so scale is here, scale is all set, so let's start with the aluminum. This is gonna be extruded aluminum. I don't really care because I don't get an extruded aluminum price at my yard, they just buy everything as cast. So I'm gonna melt these down. And I'm gonna actually do a video about melting these down. And that's gonna be, yeah, made at some point. I just need to figure out how I'm actually gonna melt stuff here because it's very cold at the moment and I can't really use my gas forge. So I think I might have to get my electrical kiln going, but we'll see how that goes. First and foremost, we're gonna weigh these now. They're not gonna be very heavy because it's aluminum and it's also, yeah, like, you know, it's spaced out to distribute heat as well as possible. So we'll just see here how much they actually weigh. So they weigh about 104, 105 grams. Yeah, you know, that's all right. I've no complaints about that, really. That's a very good bit of extruded. If you actually get an extruded price, that would be around, yeah, let me see, maybe 14, 15 cents. Around about that. And yeah, that's all right. You know, it's not great, but it's all right. So that would be that. Just for comparison, for the whole board that we had before, which was probably around a kilo, we would have gotten about 30 cents. So already we've got half of that back. So let's go and weigh the copper now. I've got that in our little handy bucket here, and this bigger coil and this bigger coil, I removed the first layer of tape and there's basically just copper in there. My yard is not gonna care about that. They're just gonna buy that as burnt copper because it's just a few layers of tape in there. It's not really that big of a deal. The rest of the stuff, like for example this, is very, very clean. So that's gonna be more than 95% copper, so it averages out. And they're gonna buy that as is. So yeah, we'll turn the scale on again and see how much copper this actually is. There we go. We've got, let me see, 182 grams. Now the nice thing is we know out of the, we know, because we tried that in the last video, that this little bucket weighs 81 grams. So that means we've got around about 100 grams of copper. Pretty exact. So that's actually pretty nice, I would say. So if we see that, like, I get around $6 for a kilo of copper. So that's around like what, $2.90 or $2.80 a pound. I'm getting better at that. Just I really have to learn the what's it called? Imperial system? Americans, tell me. Is your system called Imperial System? I think so. So, yeah, I have to learn the Imperial System a little bit to kind of calculate out for all of these scrap prices for our American friends, which is obviously important. So, yeah, that should be around about that. And that's actually, like, you know, if we will take like this 100 grams, yeah, we'll just say that's about 60 cents. Combine that with the 15 cents we've got of the aluminum, and we'll also quickly just weigh the low-grade board to see what kind of money we get for that. So I got that right here. That's the low-grade board that we still have. Now we have to turn the scale back on. So let's see. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. That says 217 grams. So that would be another like let's just say like 6-7 cents. So that's not gonna be a whole lot, but it's something. So we are gonna take that. But that means that we turn something that is worth around about 30 cents, maybe 35 cents, depends on the board buyer, that I get for these boards into, yeah, let's just say 80 cents. 80 cents, maybe 85 cents, depends on the prices of scrap copper and scrap aluminum. So I think that's actually pretty nice. Not that that would be worth doing, as far as like wages concerned, but you can make some decent money if you can, for example, just throw these into a shredder or like a granulator. You could make some decent money. I don't have the kind of money to buy such a thing, but if one of you for some reason has one of them and doesn't know what to do with them, well, just buy some low-grade boards, throw them in there, and you're gonna make some decent money actually. So yeah, I would say that's pretty nice. It didn't take us that long to scrap that board. I think it was like maybe 10 to 12 minutes, but that's like still, even if you get the board for free, that's like maybe $5 to $6 an hour. So that is not worth it, at least as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, was still kind of fun though. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you liked it, as always. Don't forget to comment anything if you just want to say hello or just want to ask something. Do that, I would be very happy to answer that as well. And yeah, I would also be very happy if you could rate the video with like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And I would be very happy if you could also subscribe to the channel, because we are actually closing in on 100 subscribers. And yeah, that's cool, I think. So yeah, let me know if you think that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, until next time, have a nice day, and thank you very, very much for watching.